Hey Scorpio, welcome to your November 2020 reading. I'm going to do a quick reading for recent past, present, future, and some advice. Pick up the general energy, see what information is out there for you. All right, so this could play out from the perspective of the cross-watcher. And cross-watcher, if this is your side, then, everyone knows their story. So just place yourself where you're meant to be. And if you get triggered, I apologize. Well, sort of. Not really apologizing. I've been triggered in the past watching, cross-watching, so I totally get it. Nobody's perfect either. So, if something happened and maybe you might have accidentally done something, either Scorpio or cross-watcher, it's just that's how we learn and grow, okay? Everything happens for a reason. So let's help the Scorpios out here. I'm Scorpio moon and rising, North Node in the 8th house. So I'm hoping there's a message in here for me too. I could use it. It's been a tough year. Okay, recent past. What's the most relevant information for Scorpios? Can we help them out, please? What do we got for the Scorpios? Okay. All right. So, Scorpio, I think this might have been a situation in your recent past that was quite toxic, obsessive, went to a really dark place, I think. I think you were really hopeful, and it started out great, I think. It started out with kind of a lot of happiness and purity, and you were hopeful, and you fell in love, really. And it seemed almost maybe like a soulmate, like this could be the one. But I think what ended up happening in the end is, I think the person you were dealing with was really toxic and you just didn't know. And what happened is you ended up getting pulled into that energy too. And I think you really lost your power. I think before you met this person, you were healing and starting to do well, and you were kind of like at your best. And like a lot of toxic people, they want to be a part of that, when they see someone doing great and light, and they just maybe put on a bit of a show to get you. And then when they're in your energy, before you know it, they're sucking the life out of you. Right. And then you're not even feeling like yourself anymore. And you're maybe starting to act in toxic ways that it was bringing out toxic traits in both of you. But I think one person was already toxic and was kind of wearing a facade. And then they ended up dragging the other person into the toxicity. And what happened is the toxicity was too much to resist, right? It was such a dark, toxic energy that it pulled both of you in. But I think one person had it. And I think you kept trying to keep it light and keep the love going and whatnot, but it was just impossible. You just got dragged right into the toxicity as well. And kind of got knocked off your game and dragged right into this dark energy. And I think it was hard to get out of too. Like even if you knew you had to get out of it, it was really difficult to get out of. Let me clarify I just want one more card. 2 more cards. Okay. So yeah, I think you gave your love to this person truly. Like I think you were devoted to them, really tender and trying to nurture them, and just I think you could see the toxicity, but Scorpios can handle a lot of dark, right? So I think you were trying to love this person and hopefully like not cure them, but bring it back to the beginning. I think you thought if you could just keep positive and keep, nurturing them, that it would go back to the way that it was or what you wanted it to be. Again, hold on, I'm just looking. But I think the more you gave, the more they took. And it just got and then you started seeing more and more, just like they were even more toxic than you thought, right? Interesting. Okay. Let's grab current energy for the Scorpios I'm reading for. Current energy for the Scorpios I am reading for. What's going on? What's the most relevant information that you can tell them and pick up on and be the most helpful or the most accurate? Help the Scorpios out. Okay. So current energy is, I think you're just getting the fuck out of Dodge. I think you're leaving. You're done. This is going nowhere. It was, I think, like it turned into a really bad fortune, I think. And you're like, I got to get out of here. You want to go, you want to start new. You want a fresh new beginning. You just want to take your passion and your inspiration somewhere else. And I think you're making a hasty exit from here. I think there was lying, cheating, sneakiness, just mind games, and somebody that maybe took pleasure in playing mind games with you and fucking with you, and it just went upside down like so fast, I think. So now you're leaving. You're like, nope, I'm done. I got to get out of here. I got to get out of here fast. So I think you might have just like snuck out in the middle of the night, blocked somebody, disappeared off the face of the earth, and just gone. I think something might have happened that you're like, okay, no, this is done. I got to get out of here fast now. So that's great. Let me just get a couple more cards to clarify. Sometimes you got to do that, right? Midnight run. Yeah, so I think you're kind of a bit of the wounded soldier right now. I think you made a hasty retreat, and now you're just kind of looking back, kind of being like, what the fuck happened, and how did I end up in that situation, and how did it go so wrong so fast? You see this is absolutely zero point in putting any effort into this whatsoever. It was a bad investment. It was just a waste of time, I think you're thinking. And now you're just looking back now that you've got away, and you're like, wow, like what the actual fuck was that? So yeah, right now I just think you're your defenses are up, you're protecting yourself, you're a little bit of a wounded warrior here, but you're holding your ground, you're standing your ground, you're protecting yourself. You could have this person blocked. They could have you blocked. I think right now you're hurt, but a lot of what you're feeling is just utter disgust and like a shock that it turned out the way it is and that they were who they turned out to be. I think at the beginning there was a lot of hope, a lot of love, and then like at the end, I think you're like, wow, this person is a huge piece of shit. I cannot believe what just happened. So yeah, okay. Let's get the near future for Scorpio. Upcoming energy for Scorpio. What do we want Scorpio to know? Upcoming, what's the most relevant information that there's in their immediate energy? Keep in mind, this isn't forever energy. This is just the upcoming energy that you'll be into, a couple weeks, couple days, couple months. It's not long-term energy. What do you want Scorpio to look forward to or know about or watch out for? Okay. Clarify. Ooh, okay. So interestingly, I think the fact that you got away from your fake king. So we have the King of Cups in reverse. So I think this is a liar, someone who's emotionally manipulative, emotionally unstable. They appear initially like they're emotionally available and they're really in tune and a, kind of an evolved person, a man who's in touch with his emotions, but it's a lie. What they really are is a manipulative person. They know what to say. They know how to present themselves as emotionally available and as a king, but it's a lie. It's an illusion. They know what to say, but they aren't that, right? Like they know what women want to hear or men want to hear. So they put that out, but that's not who they are. And I think now somebody else could have come in really quick or is coming in really quick. That's kind of giving you a solid offer. Somebody that's newer, This looks like a new energy. Could be an earth sign. And yeah, I feel like it happens super fast too. I think after you thought, after the end of this toxic thing and you kind of snuck away and just like you got out of that bad fortune situation, out of nowhere, really fast, somebody else came in and they're giving you attention and they're stable and I think you were planning, like, you're like, okay, after that, I'm going to stay single. I would rather be alone and like for a long time than deal with another situation like that again. I think you were thinking like, I need time to heal and get back on track and figure out who I am again. And I'm going to be single for a while. And then bam, out of nowhere, somebody else is showing up and suddenly giving you attention. And it actually seems kind of real. You're like, what? This person seems like legit after you were sort of planning to stay away from any kind of romance for a while. Isn't that the way it goes? Okay, this upcoming romance here for the Scorpios. Can this person be trusted, the new person? I don't think it's a reconciliation with the other person. I think this is somebody new. I think you're letting go of the toxic manipulator. Emotionally abusive person, emotionally manipulative is gone. I think you're letting go of that. And then this new person is here. And it looks good. Looks really good. Okay, let's see. Can they be trusted? Yeah, I think they're pretty upfront. I don't think they're lying or being deceptive. Could be a fire sign. Could be somebody that's quite popular. Somebody that's maybe helping you, this situation is helping you get your confidence back. So whether or not it actually works out and goes full-time, long-term with this person, I think that's not the point right now. The point right now is it's starting to make you feel good again. You're like, oh, somebody's interested in me and they actually are a decent person. Like, I'm not going to always have options that are these manipulative, psycho, narcissist losers. Somebody decent is paying attention to you. And I think that's, like I said, whether or not you end up with them full time, long term, that's irrelevant because it's helping you get your confidence back. It's nice. All right. Let's get some advice for Scorpio. I'm going to grab an oracle deck for this and get 2 cards. So just give me a second. I should have pre-planned this, but I didn't intend to use any other cards than the ones I had out, but I am now. So bear with me 2 seconds. I want to use these 2. Okay. So Scorpio, some advice. Moonology cards. The other ones were Rider Waite and the Mixed Emotions is the name of it. Okay. Advice for the Scorpios. Oh, this is nice. Okay, so it looks like your luck is going to turn, Scorpio. I think that might have been an absolute disaster nightmare that you just got out of. But it looks like you're going to have to, it's full moon in Scorpio too, so there might be some lingering negativity that you got to get rid of. It's up to you all how you decide to get rid of it. Maybe perhaps you could forgive the person. If you can't do that, you can forgive yourself or forgive the situation, and just write in your journal, maybe go out exercising, do meditation, whatever you have to do to release negativity is up to you, And it says a win-win forecast is coming, and that's a full moon in Libra. So Libra, is often the sign of partnership. So I'm 7th house stuff. So this new person, that could be something. I don't want to make promises that I can't keep because it didn't give me a full-on answer, but for you, a win-win outcome is forecast. So once you can get rid of that negativity and clear up some space in your energy, it looks quite good. Let me get one of these harsh truth. Okay, so these are just the cards. This isn't me. Harsh truth cards for Scorpio. What do you want me to tell them? Don't fucking force it. Okay. Allow that shit to come to you. Okay, so with this new person or new romances or whatever you got going on, Don't force it. Just let it unfold naturally. Don't allow them to come to you. Allow them to work for your attention. Allow them to chase you a bit. You know what I mean? You don't have to play hard to get or play games, but just Scorpios are really ambitious, so they tend to like go after what they want. So this is allow it to come to you, right? Don't force it. What else we got? Don't talk to anyone. Don't look at anyone. You need some fucking time alone, and you know why. Okay, so maybe you're needing some time on your own. So maybe take a day off social media. Just be on your own. Just heal, relax, sleep all day if you've got to. If you've been through hell and back, you're probably more exhausted and traumatized than you even realize. So take the time to just on your own. And then fucking apologize. Seriously, just do it. This I'm not so sure of because I don't think that you owe that person an apology. Let me clarify. This is going to start to get longer. Why is this here? Okay. So there could have been some really harsh words that happened, a fight. Somebody could have been like really verbally abusive. And things got out of control. Tempers unleashed, even perhaps maybe some violence could be. Situation could have turned verbally and emotionally or physically abusive there in that toxic one. Addictions might have been an issue for one or both people. Yeah. Okay. So I think you might have acted in a way that wasn't you. And now you're feeling guilty. I think this person might have pushed you so far that you just like lost your shit. And now I think you might be feeling like bad about it. And you're wondering if you should apologize or if you owe anybody an apology. I don't feel like you do. I want to get more cards. I think you're wondering if you should apologize. The Wheel of Fortune. Okay, so they want you to know that this situation was meant to happen. I get it now. The situation was meant to happen. It was toxic. It was dark. You acted out of character. You got sucked into the black hole and negativity and acted toxic, just as toxic as this person. But the cards want you to know that it was meant to happen. I think you're feeling should I apologize? Or you felt maybe a little bit guilty for if you lost it on somebody that pushed you. But no, you don't have to apologize. You just need to find a way to forgive yourself and release that energy, right? Like you don't need to contact them. You don't need to apologize. I don't think you owe them an apology for anything. I think that this is more that you need to apologize to yourself and accept it. Like if you acted poorly or out of character or lost it, you need to forgive yourself is what you need to do. And the easiest way to do this is the Wheel of Fortune was here. So this was a fated event to bring out some of your toxic traits so you could see them and you could heal them and you could acknowledge them and realize that they're there, accept them, and just move on. Learn to deal with them and learn to embrace them and learn how to be more constructive with them in the future. But this was meant to bring it out to highlight all this to you so you could see it. So really what you need to do is you need to apologize to yourself. Okay? All right, Scorpio. So I hope this helps. Catch you next time.